All right, all right. It looks like we are live. Hello to everyone watching on the live stream. If you're watching on the replay, hello to you as well. I am Boss Attorney Bri. I'm a licensed attorney in California where I practice family law and trademark law. However, many of you know we have been all wrapped up in this defamation civil case. So apparently, I talk about civil law outside of family law as well. And of course, if you've watched or you've seen the thumbnail, we're going to be covering Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. However, for my regular watchers, I do have something to do a little bit later on. So we might be going a little faster through the witnesses today because there are a lot more than there were last or on Tuesday when we covered this. So yes, we're going to be jumping right into the witnesses, rolling through them. And so we may not vote on every single one. Actually, I forgot to bring up the vote. So let me go ahead and set that up because some of them we are going to vote on, other ones we are not going to vote on. So let me just go ahead and pull YouTube up on this end so that we can get into the studio so that I can cast the polls for you guys. So, for those of you that are here a little bit early, we're going to talk a little bit about um, some other things. Well, not really, just one other thing I wanted to mention to the people that are here live or that are watching from the beginning on the replay. And I'm sorry I'm looking away, guys. I'm just trying to get into the studio so that I'm able to do the polls for you. So, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I think we are good. And so we have some people popping in. We have Alex Gadra. I think that's right. Hello, welcome to the chat. Dickie is back. I haven't seen you this week. All right, welcome back, Dickie. We have Chad Murphy saying what's up. What's up to you as well. We have Ann Kirk saying hi, Bree. Tony C, hello, welcome everyone. Tanya D, always here for the live stream. Welcome in. We have Emily Tracy. Welcome back to the chat. Milo 6767. Welcome to the chat. Chaz Focus Reacts. Welcome back to the live stream. Says, let me ask you the question again. Do you think he's innocent or guilty? Okay, so as far as this Johnny Depp trial goes, it's not about being innocent or guilty because it is a civil case. So we're looking at whether he is liable or not liable. And so far, I think that the jury could go either way. Honestly, I think that there are some things out there that would technically make Johnny Depp a domestic abuser. However, it will depend on what the jury instructions are. Are they talking about verbal abuse or are they only talking about physical abuse? He did allege SA. So, are we talking about that? I don't think she's given enough information for the SA, but she may have some, Amber Heard may have a claim for the verbal abuse. I don't know if I really believe her on the physical abuse. So, if we're talking physical abuse, I would say that he's not liable. If we're talking, well, actually, Amber Heard is suing Johnny Depp for the statements that his attorney made, which said that she put on a hoax. But if we're talking about if he's guilty of abuse or not, then I don't think that she has proven physical abuse enough. She may have something with the verbal abuse or the disturbing the peace abuse. All right. So we have Ying Yoda Swade. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Hello, Swanky. Welcome back to the live stream. And for some of you, I have given you moderator badges. So welcome to the team moderator. You are here often, so I decided to give you a moderator badge, and I hope that you guys can help me out when we have any types of trolls or anything like that. I don't really get that too much on this channel, but just in case it starts happening, I have some of the people that have been constantly showing up here to help me. All right, my father's son, hello, welcome back, says Team Depp. Okay. Tony C says, Bree, did you attend Grambling University? I went to an HBCU too, Fisk University. Yeah, so that is the point that I wanted to bring up for those of you that have joined into the live stream early. I am rocking the alma mater, which Tony has pointed out, which is Grambling State University. And fun fact about me that a lot of people do not know, I was actually the valedictorian of my class, spring 2016. So I tend to rock my college gear, as Alpha would say. say, he tells me to get rid of this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not getting rid of it. So yes, I did go to Grambling, and I was actually the valedictorian, which is a cool, fun fact that I share sometimes, but not all the time. So thank you for pointing that out, Tony, and reminding me. Isabel, welcome in. Good vibes. I'm liking the aura. Okay. Emily Tracy says, yes, I need a recap. I have a couple day migraine. I'm fine now, but I have to catch up as a psychology student, and I know I missed a lot. Me and you are both on the same page. I have been catching up by watching Legal Bites recaps. So if you haven't checked those out, make sure you go over to her channel and check out her recaps because they're very helpful. I've just been popping in and out whenever I had a moment to breathe during my work day. Sage Moon, welcome back. Data for Insight says, hi, everybody, a bit late. No, you're not too late here. I started a little bit late, so nice to see you. And so we're going to hop right into everything because like I said at the beginning of the stream, I do have a few things to do a little bit later on. So we're probably going to zoom through this, unlike the last couple of times. And we have Ann Kirk saying, yeah, Bri, congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what the congratulations is for. I think my engagement. So thank you so much for that. That's what I have to do a little later on, actually, is go shopping for an engagement party. So let's pop right into the witnesses. And for those of you who do not know that missed it last week, we are monetized over here on Boss Attorney Bri. So feel free to give a super chat, or if you cannot give a super chat, make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. So I just wanted to give that little reminder. Let's pop right into. Yeah, I was late today and I did not set up very well. So let me go ahead and share the screen so that we can actually look at the PowerPoint. Uh-oh, wrong thing. All right, let's actually share the right screen so that we can look at the PowerPoint. So this is the one. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Is it big enough? All righty. So we have Johnny's rebuttal. If you have been keeping up with the case, you know that Amber Heard has arrested her chief case, her case in chief. And yeah, what did you guys think about Amber's case? Do you think that she is going to be able to prove that Adam Waldman's statement saying that Amber Heard staged the March 15th incident, or the March 2015 incident? Do you think that she will be able to say that that should be imputed to Johnny Depp? I don't know. I don't really think she did enough to show that. But anyways, Amber Heard has rested her case, and now we're moving on to Johnny's rebuttal. But before the rebuttal, they went ahead and did a motion to strike Amber Heard's case, stating that she failed to meet her burden of proof of establishing that basically Johnny Depp should be responsible for what Adam Waldman, Johnny Depp's former attorney, said about the incident being a hoax. She's basically trying to accuse Adam Waldman of saying this because Johnny told him to say it. I don't think she put enough out there to really justify having Adam Waldman be responsible for Johnny Depp. But the judge saw something because she allowed it to go forward and make it into court, first of all. And then secondly, she also denied the motion to strike, which, if you guys do not know, is often pretty hard to get the motion or to get the claim striked once the trial have gone this deep in. They want to make sure that the jury has an opportunity to decide on this. Does this mean that the jury will say, hey, Johnny is liable? Not necessarily, but she's given the opportunity to the jury to decide that for themselves. All right, so we have Ying Yoda Swati sent with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you for that. No comment, just pure love. I definitely appreciate that. And then we have Chat Murphy. Thank you for the super chat, saying, I'm an old-time YouTube adopter. Do me a favor, stay away from the drama, please. I've seen it destroy way too many communities on this platform. Thank you so much. I will follow that advice. As some of you know, I am not like a full-time YouTuber, so I just get on here to hang out with you guys and also to hang out with my LawTube friends. So I'm hoping that the drama stays away for sure. And we have Data for Insight saying, I hate that her team refers to them as Depp Waldman statements and wonder why his team don't object. Yeah, I think they're trying to identify or tie that. I think they're trying to tie that statement to Johnny Depp like subconsciously because the judge hasn't ruled that it is a Depp Adam Waldman statement. They're just kind of slowly putting that into their brains. All right, we have some people popping in saying hi, and we have Rich De Rosa. Welcome back to the live stream. Hello to you as well. Okay, let's pop over and check out some of these witnesses because Johnny Depp put on a slew of witnesses, and we're gonna go through it, like I said, a little bit fast because we have some things to do after this. So let's check it out. The first witness that Johnny Depp called on rebuttal was Mr. Walter Hermata. And who is this guy? He is or was the or I think he is the president of Warner Brothers, who is the producer of the DC movies. I want to say he was the president of the DC section of Warner Brothers at the time. They produced the Aquaman movie that Amber Heard was in, that she alleged that Adam Waldman's statements basically prevented her from getting her or slowed her in getting her role in the Aquaman 2. So he testified that Amber Heard was never let go from the movie. So there was never an issue with like delaying her contract and bringing her back on as far as firing her because of the statements like she alleged. He also testified that Amber Heard actually had an option contract, which is a contract where you agree to certain terms in the beginning, and then the Warner Brothers or whatever studio will have the option to bring you back on for another movie. It does not necessarily mean that they have to hire you, but they have the option to hire you and your rate is already set. So all of this stuff about Amber Heard saying that, oh, well, when Waldman said that, that stopped my contract, this guy, Hermata, is basically saying, no, that's not true. He also stated that there was no chemistry between Jason Momoa, or maybe not no chemistry, but that there were issues with the chemistry between Jason Momoa, Mr. Aquaman himself, and Amber Heard. He said that we probably did not notice it as viewers because the editing team did such a good job to make it seem like there was a little bit of chemistry. I think this goes towards not only our assumptions about Amber Heard's acting not being that good because she couldn't even develop chemistry with Mr. Jason Momoa, but it also goes to showing that they maybe were not going to hire her anyways because she did not deliver very well on the screen, because Jason Momoa was in there. He already had his contract and actually negotiated a higher amount while Amber Heard could not, stating that they want the actors to stick to their option agreements, but they let Jason Momoa get more money. He's, like I said, he said they had to do a lot of work in post-production in order to make it look like they had chemistry. And her role, she stated that she lost some lines in the movie, but Mr. Hermata said that her role was basically supposed to be smaller in Aquaman 2 anyways, because it was kind of like a bromance film between the two other characters. I don't remember the characters because I haven't seen the Aquaman 2 yet. So what do you guys think about his testimony? Let me go ahead and drop a poll for him because I think he was a pretty good witness. And so let's see what the chat has to say about Mr. Walter Hermata is his name. Do you guys think he was helpful for Johny? Johny. I got to get a better setup here. All right, helpful for Johny. Yes, no, or neutral. All right. Was this guy helpful for Johny? Let's pop back over to, and remember, this is Walter Hermata, works for Warner Brothers, and he was in charge of the Aquaman movie, or he played a role in being in charge of the Aquaman movie. All right, so we have I'm going to mess this up. Sinedas with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, saying, glad to hear your point of view, especially about the TMZ witness. Yeah, we're going to get to him. I actually had the opportunity to watch him. Some of these witnesses I wasn't able to pop in on, but I did watch the TMZ witness. All right, we have data for Insight saying, Tanya, so it means he's not like Disney corp rep, right? Like he's an actual decision maker, not a rep who is not clued into a contract discussion. If you're talking about Hermada, yeah, he is the president of the Warner Brothers. I think he's the president of DC. He was the president of the DC movies during the time. So we have K Jam, and he still works for Warner Brothers, actually. K Jam says this was brutal, important, and strong testimony for Johnny Depp. Not so great for Amber Heard. I agree with you there. And he came in strong. He was straight and he was quick and to the point. They tried to get him saying that they were not going to exercise her option, but he stuck to his gun saying, hey, there was no chemistry. So yes, we did consider hiring someone else. And he also stated that they did not actually audition anyone else, but they did consider trying to get someone to replace Amber Heard. All right, we have K Jams popping in with the Bri Hive. Thank you for so much. Emily Tracy, buddy movie was his words. Yes, he said it was more like a buddy movie, little bromance going on. Tony C says he was a great witness for Johnny. I agree with you there. All right, and we have Sage Moon saying such a good witness for Johnny. For sure. Exactly. I agree with you. And Upside Down says, Hermada told the truth about contracts and options. Yes, I think he was a very good witness because Amber Heard is really trying to say that she lost money for these statements. Remember, she brought in the Arnold lady and who said that she lost $50 million when she has not been paid $50 million for a role. She would have had to do 50 movies, assuming that each movie was paying her $1 million in that year. So yeah, I'm not buying it at all. Let's check out the poll here. We have 94% saying yes, he was helpful to Johnny's team. 0% said no, he was not helpful. And 6% were neutral about him being helpful to Johnny's team. All right. Well, great. I think that was a good vote. I think he did a really good job. And I think you guys also think he did a good job. And so next, we are going to move right on to Dr. David Colbert. And if you remember, or if you had a chance to watch, if you did not, that's okay as well. Sorry, you guys know I can't share my full screen on the PowerPoint. So let me just get rid of that. For a reminder of who Mr. Dr. David Colbert is, he was Johnny Depp's hand surgeon for when he sliced off his finger or his finger popped off or whatever you want to call it. He put a pin into Johnny's finger and he did surgery on the finger, of course. And he also put a soft cast on it. He also treated Johnny Depp after the healing of his finger, kind of basically kept checking in on his finger. He was important to testify because remember, Amber Heard is saying that Johnny grabbed her by the hair and punched her repeatedly in the face during the time that he would have had this soft cast on. He also explained that the cast was only hard on the top and the bottom of the cast, but that they were soft on the side so that the fingers could swell. So he was asked whether Johnny Depp will be able to grab someone with that hand. He said that you could try, but it will probably be unsuccessful. When asked if you can hit someone with that hand, he stated you can, but it would have left damage to the cast. When asked was there any damage to the cast, he stated he does not recall there being any damage to the cast. So this witness was very important to establish that the March 5th, 2015 incident likely did not happen the way that Amber Heard is saying that it happened. So let me go ahead and drop the poll for this one. And because I think he was a good witness. So I would like to see what you guys thought about him. We're just going to put Dr. Colbert and we're not going to waste any time. And just say, was he good for Johnny Depp's case or not? And so I'll pop over to the chat to see what you guys think. All right. We got Hella Swanky saying his testimony was a blow to Amber Heard's ego, if nothing else. He basically was like, sis, you almost got replaced. Relax. Oh, we're talking about the Warner Bros. Guy there. Iggy am I gonna say this right? I don't know. That's not life earnings to date. 50 million is bogus. Yeah, she I think someone looked her up on the stream on Tuesday and said she's only worth 7 to 8 million, which they accurately pointed out that's how much her divorce settlement was for. Upside Down says she would have worked 50 years at 2 million per to equal her countersuit. Yeah, but she didn't even get 2 movies, did she? Did she? I'm speaking out of, I don't know if she got 2 movies or not after this. We know that she got Aquaman 2. L'Oreal says, hey, Chat and Bri, hello. Welcome to the stream again. We have Jennifer O saying, sorry, I'm geeking out that you went to college in North Louisiana, 15 minutes from my alma mater. And I took classes at Grambling. I can't wait until you get to today. Oh, did you go to, what do you call it, LA Tech? I was always at LA Tech because I was also in Greek life. So we had Greek friends over at Louisiana Tech. We had Greek friends over at Monroe. I can't think of the whole name right now, but yeah. So we were on all campuses. It's such a small place. The I-20 schools. Upside Down says, like the AU doc, the Australia doc that flew in to testify. Yeah. Hella Swanky says, Discord, did you get a message saying you were blocked? It doesn't look like you were from my end. I'm not sure what you guys are referring to, but I haven't blocked anyone that has been in my live streams. I've only blocked some people leaving weird chats on my comments. Data for Insight says the glimpse of her expression during her MATA testimony was telling. I'm sure it's humiliating to have someone say what he said with the audience of millions. She overplayed her hand. And I agree with you there. I think another big issue is that it seemed like she was acting on the stand and she was not connecting with a lot of the viewers of the trial. And so I'm feeling like that's what happened to her in Aquaman as well, or Aquaman 2. All right, so let's pop over and see what the chat thought about Mr. or Dr. Colbert's testimony. 77% said, it just changed right before my eyes. 75% said yes, he was helpful to Johnny Depp's testimony. 0% said no, and 25% were neutral about his testimony to Johnny Depp's case. So I would like to know why you guys are neutral. I thought he was helpful, but thank you for your opinions, guys. All right, so we have Kurt, Manchester fan, Australia, saying hello from Australia. I did subscribe to you now. Thank you so much. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes you. So if you haven't subscribed or you don't remember if you subscribed, make sure you check the button. If it's red, it's meaning you're not subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe if you're watching here live or on the replay. All right, I think we have Jennifer. I was looking for your answer saying I live in Monroe and went to LA Tech. Okay, yeah, I-20 schools. It's such a small world. Such a small world. Nice to have you on my stream. Hella Swanky said, Bri, you're Greek. Yes, I am an AKA. Went to Grambling State University. So yes, I am Greek as far as sororities go, not in my actual ethnicity. All right. I got to stop laughing at my own jokes. All right. Data for Insight says, yep, exactly. It seemed like she was acting and didn't have chemistry with the trial audience. The trial audience, the jury, anybody. She can't connect with Jason Momoa or anybody for that matter. So I'm hoping for her that this trial is over and maybe people will just forget about all of this and she can still get a job, especially if she loses, because she will need to pay Johnny Depp. All right, lost my mouse here. JB says, love you, Bri. I'm usually part of the replay crew, and I'm so happy to make my first live with you. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining me live today. I hope it is everything that you expected. All right, let's see here. And so we got to get on into some more of the witnesses. But we have Casey Otto Doctor. Welcome on back to the live stream saying these are interesting poll results. Just goes to show what the jury may be feeling about the witnesses too. Exactly. And the thing about the jury, I know I haven't been watching every day. I think some of the jury might be bored. So I am hoping that that's not the case and they're actually listening up until this point. because I can't tell you that I would be listening at this point. And we have Tony C. Oh, nice to see that you are also an AKA. Welcome, welcome. Well, you're always in the, or not always in the live stream. You've been consistently coming to the live stream. So appreciate that. It's so nice to meet everybody. And we also have another Greek life of Tanya, who's always here in the chat as well with us. That is a Delta Greek love. Yes, I would love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, let's pop over to the witnesses again. It's so cool to see. I feel like it's just like a small world, and it's awesome to see like different people coming together and having a common interest. I feel like you don't get that too much nowadays. And so I went ahead and bunched these witnesses together because they testified regarding similar things. And so they were all expert witnesses that were recalled. They stated that Miss Arnold, the lady that testified to Amber Heard losing $50 million, had no methodology. She had no data to connect what she was saying about Amber Heard. And they also stated that she compared Amber Heard to actors that she was not on the same level with, which did not make sense. I spelled Benia's name wrong here, but he compared the Q scores and found that Amber Heard was less known and more disliked than the other actors that Arnold compared her to. And that does not surprise me because she compared her to Jason Momoa, who was the other actor in Aquaman, who has had a whole bunch of other movies where he's the star. I think people like him a lot more. Also compared her to Zendaya. Yeah, I think Zendaya is a lot more liked and well known than Amber Heard. Benia also testified that the spikes on Twitter with the hashtags had no correlation to what Adam Waldman said. So that was another kind of slap in Amber Heard's face. So what do you guys think about him? What do you guys think about these three witnesses? I'm not going to do the poll on this one, so just drop your opinion in the chat and we'll try to get to as many as we can. All right, we have Jennifer O saying, Love to you and the I-20 schools. Thank you for your insight into this trial. Well, thank you for coming in and thank you for the super chat. I definitely appreciate it, guys. And for those of you that helped me get to monetization, I definitely appreciate you guys as well. It has been an amazing journey and it happened a lot faster than I was expecting. So I'm super, super happy that it finally went through. It took a week for them to actually register it. So I'm so happy that everyone is still supporting my channel, still coming in on the live. I love the interaction the most, so I definitely appreciate it. Matching Birthday says, I'm hoping the verdict is delivered soon. I have been addicted to this trial. Yeah, I feel like when it goes away, it's going to be hard to find something else to do. But many of the other law tubers said they have some more trials they're going to be covering. I'm going to be covering my own trials in my own law firm, but I hope to still pop in on everyone else's. I've been MIA this week for sure. It's been so busy. Data for Insight says, if it's hung, you still won the court of public opinion. I'm not sure how she'll recover from her performances in the trial. Yeah, I don't think she won the court of public opinion for sure. I think the only reason why I think that Johnny Depp may lose on his defamation claims is because the jury's has to be unanimous in order for him to win on the claim. So if just one person believed Amber Heard, then he's not going to win. So if it was more like a 4-3 split, I would think Johnny Depp will win for sure. Data for Insight says, I'm fingers crossed verdict tomorrow. If I was jury, I wouldn't want to come back after a long weekend and will work my best to land a decision before the weekend, but I guess we'll see. Did they do closing arguments today? I completely missed today. I thought closing arguments would be for tomorrow. So if they haven't done closing arguments yet, then it's probably going to be a little bit longer and it might go over the weekend. But the judge, I think, is trying to get it done before the weekend. So let me know if you guys know if they already did closing arguments. We have L'Oreal saying, Tanya D, that would be a good poll. End of the day, Friday was my vote. This jury has had enough. Oh, when are they gonna close? I missed Tanya's chat, so I'm not sure what the vote will be on, but I can make a poll for what if I can find it again. All right. Okay, so Jennifer O says closing arguments are tomorrow. Chaz also says the closing arguments are tomorrow. Yeah, so I think that is going to go over. I don't think a jury will be able to make a decision within 3 or 4 hours. There was so much stuff and they have to decide on so many things. So I think it is going to go over into next week. So everybody's confirming that the closing is tomorrow and instructions were today. Data for Insight says no closing tomorrow, and the judge told them they can't stay as long as they want, but free for a long weekend. Okay, makes sense. Seneda said closing arguments tomorrow, deliberations after. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for the super chat. Definitely appreciate everyone that is able to share. And if you're not able to share monetarily, just make sure you hit the like button because it helps me out in the algorithm. All right, so we didn't do a poll for these peeps, so let's go ahead and pop over to the next man of the hour, where we have Mr. Morgan Knight. For those of you who did not watch the trial or need a refresher, he was the innkeeper in Hicksville, so kind of like the hotel manager. And he was a surprise witness. Nobody really knew he was coming to testify. This is regarding the Amber Heard alleging that she was next to a woman. Her words is that she was sitting next to a woman. Her friends have testified that she was hugging the woman. Either way, she claimed that Johnny Depp got mad and threatened the woman by grabbing her wrist, saying that, do you know how many pounds of pressure it takes to break a wrist, or something of that nature. And he testified that he did not see Johnny Depp being abusive, and he did not see her, Johnny Depp, grab a wrist or anybody's wrist, and he observed the campfire. He stated that he did see Johnny Depp become afraid of Amber Heard, which he thought was weird because Amber Heard is small and she's a lot younger than him. He also stated that they had Johnny Depp and Amber Heard had some little verbal altercation, and they went into the trailer. And when they came out, Johnny Depp was then quiet and he kept his head down, basically insinuating that Amber Heard did something to him in the trailer rather than him doing something to her in the trailer. He stated that he only had to repair a light fixture that cost about $65. And remember, Amber Heard and one of her witnesses said that the trailer was trash. It was broken, things broken everywhere. But he's saying he only had to repair one thing. I'm sure he would have mentioned that there was a big mess as well if that did exist. And so his statements are contradicted Amber Heard. So I want to know what you guys think about this guy. Actually, his name is Morgan Knight. And do you guys think that he was helpful for Johnny Depp's case or not? So let's put in the neutral about his helping of the case. All right. So let's pop. I have the poll going for you guys to vote on Morgan Knight. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Jennifer O says Camille nailed her cross on Amber Heard. Would not be surprised if that is why they risked putting Johnny up on the stand the day before. Amber would have wanted the final word. It backfired. I can see that as being an issue, but if Amber Heard has some time, she may be able to put herself back on the stand as a rebuttal witness. All right, L'Oreal says, wasn't the owner chat and has sold it? Not sure what you're referring to for that one. Ryder Rich says the Umbrella Man reaction was truly authentic and I loved it. I have not seen that yet. Upside Down says Morgan couldn't be less phased. Killed me when he corrected Elaine about Tug. I did not actually watch him testify live, so I probably will be rewatching it this weekend. Matching Birthday says he stated Amber triggered his experience with a woman of Amber's type. Same relationship. Yes, I did hear that when watching the recap. Data for Insight says, I hated when Amber Heard's team tried to paint him as a game chaser. He was so regular guy. I'm here because I feel compelled to tell the truth. He came across super genuine. Yeah, and they tried to do the same thing to the TMZ guy as well. So they're basically trying to be like, yeah, this person is not credible. And they did the same thing to him. All right, we have Data for Insights, Fame Chaser, not game, and I guess game 2. Okay, that makes more sense. K-Jam says Knight was helpful, especially about the $69 replacement cost, but since it was a last-ditch witness, I think the jury will consider him neutral, in my opinion. I feel like that's a good analysis as well. I, on the other hand, would think that the jury will appreciate him a lot more because Amber Heard and her witness stated that there was all of this commotion. And I would think he would also mention that, okay, we only had to replace this light fixture, but we had to clean up a bunch of stuff. Or if they didn't have to clean up the stuff, Amber Heard would have need to put on testimony that they cleaned up before they left. So I think that he's beneficial in that way, but I can see how the jury might find him neutral because he was kind of like an unexpected witness. All right, we have Chaz Focus Reacts saying the gentleman actually owned the property and ended up selling it. Oh, this guy Morgan Knight owned it? Oh, okay. Jennifer O says Camille killed Rebuttal. Can't wait for you to watch. Yeah, I know. I need to catch up on a bunch of stuff that I've been like working, just trying to get my own law firm off the ground, right? Volley says if Camille Vasquez had been the prosecutor in the OJ case instead of Marcia Clark, the outcome might have been very different. That's how good. Oh, I could see that happening as well. So do you guys think OJ did it? Let me know in the chat. Did OJ do it or do you think it was someone else? A lot of people are saying it's his son. I don't know if I really have an opinion on it or not. Upside Down says you have to watch it, Bri. You'll roll on the floor laughing. Yes, I know. I'm gonna watch it this weekend, or at least listen to it. Casey Auto Doctor says, "Oh, Bri, you are in for a shocker when you find out Amber Heard was back on the stand today and how bad it went for her during cross." Oh, I thought that she was gonna get called to. Oh no, because arguments are over. Oh yeah, I forgot that something happened today. All of these witnesses are from witness or Wednesday and Tuesday. That should tell you how my week is going. Completely forgot about today. So yeah, she was called. Okay, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to look at that. And Ryder Rich says, Elaine's face for all surprise witness was, "You are just here for 15 minutes." Yeah, she was. She was like, "No, you are not credible. You just want money or you want fame." No, not all people want to be famous. Oh, when the TMZ guy said, "I could probably say the same thing about you since you took Amber Heard's case," and it was just silent, or not silent, it was some laughter going on, but I was just like, oh, okay, TMZ guy got some insults. All right, we have Tanya saying Camille is so masterful. She does well keeping Amber Heard in her boundaries. I can agree with you there for sure. And we have Jennifer with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. That's super, super generous. Congrats on the growth of your channel. Thank you so much. I am so thankful that you guys show up on a weekly basis, or else I would be talking to myself. So I appreciate the chat so much in this. All right. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the chat. All right. Let's see what you guys said about, I'm glitching. I hope it's not too bad. Okay. And so I got the Ethernet cord and they said I was not supposed to glitch anymore, but it looks like I'm still glitching. So I'm sorry if that is bad or that it looks really bad for you guys. All right, so let me check out the poll here. It looks like I'm back. It says Morgan Knight, was he helpful to Johnny Depp's case? 96% said yes, he was helpful. 0% said no, he wasn't helpful, and 4% was neutral. I think that's about right. I think that is a good assessment of this guy. I really think that him saying that there was no mess, or him not testifying to there being a mess, really, really puts Amber Heard's story, makes her less believable. If she was believable before today or before this day, I think it makes her way, way less believable now. All right, let's pop down. All right, we have EW saying Amber Heard hasn't told the truth until today about the threat she has received, but karma is a blank, like the blankingness. All right, we have Chaz saying Camille obliterated her on cross today. Yikes. I have to see this now. I have to see this. Jennifer O says, except Kate Moss. Right or Rich says he was brilliant. The TMZ guy. Yeah, that he was quick on his feet with that. You think I'm here for fame? How about you're here for fame? I like that so much. EW says you're a sweet person, Bri. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you guys think I'm sweet. Ing Mao says, watch OJ complete. He was a football MVP. He did it. I think that means or was supposed to be compete. Okay, Ig says that OJ did it. Did anybody else vote on whether OJ did it? Hello Swanky says OJ's book is how I know his dumb A word. Didn't actually do it. Okay. So someone says he didn't do it. Someone says he did do it. Erica says love your demonstratives. I think my PowerPoints. Well, thank you so much. EW says they're great. Ig says caught Amber Heard lies and hearsay. Yes, for sure. JM said even Rocky said she could only pinpoint that the light was broken. Okay, that makes his testimony a little bit more credible as well. So yeah, it's not looking good for Amber Heard on her claim, in my opinion, or in her defense. Or she's saying that she only hit him back or did whatever she did because Johnny was doing it to her. All right, Tanya said, everyone make sure you hit the like button. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. It will really help me out, guys. And Right or Rich says, I'm here for Bri's organization and PowerPoints. Thank you so much. It takes me quite a bit of time. Well, today it took me quite a bit of time. So I'm glad that you guys appreciate it for sure. All right, let's pop on over to the next witness for Johnny. And it is Dr. Richard Shaw. Not the best picture of my guy, but he's here. He was a psychiatrist who opined on Dr. Stiegel's testimony. Remember, Dr. Stiegel was Amber Heard's expert psychiatrist saying that Johnny Depp was narcissistic and making just like blunt statements that this is exactly what his diagnosis is. And he didn't even examine him. So it's kind of hard to make those assumptions or make those determinations when he never really examined Johnny Depp. And so Mr. Shaw said, or Dr. Shaw said that, what is his name? Stiegel violated or kind of went against the Goldwater rule. And it's a rule that psychiatrists must follow when analyzing a celebrity and when analyzing someone they did not actually see in person. It basically says that you cannot form a complete conclusion since you did not actually examine them. So Stiegel was supposed to make that statement saying, this is what I think. However, I did not actually examine him, so I cannot make a full conclusion. And Stiegel was not doing that. He was basically just saying that, hey, no, Johnny Depp is a narcissist when he never really examined him. So what do you guys think about Dr. Shaw? I don't think I'm going to do a poll on him because he didn't really have too much testimony to really opine on. So let me know what you guys think. We have Igmal saying, Amber Heard said she wrote the op-ed with malice. Did she said that to Depp? Oh my gosh. I gotta see this. Right? Or Rich says, oh, I really enjoyed Dr. Posh. Is that this guy? Data for Insight says, AKA Dr. Bowie with the love emojis. Jennifer O says, like and subscribe. Yes, if you guys have not liked the video, hit the like button. If you already hit it, don't hit it again because it's going to unlike it. But hit it if you have not hit the like button. And also subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Ig says, David Bowie's non-infringement pro-doc. Love this guy. Wrecked Cross Dr. Spittle. Is this the wrong name? Am I naming him the wrong person? Dr. Shaw is so sweet, says Tanya. Myra says Shaw was awesome. And Kirk says Dr. Shaw's not credible. Oh, we have a different opinion from Ann Kirk. Tony says enjoyed his voice. K Jam says Dr. Shaw is another example of an actual professional witness versus the low caliber Amber Heard professional witnesses. I mean, Dr. Spiegel referred to JD as an idiot. Wow. Yeah, I didn't really like Amber Heard's expert witnesses. They did not come off as professional. And when I did my stream, I think a lot of the chat said that they didn't come off as professional. Johnny Depp's witnesses, on the other hand, his experts, they come off as more likable from what I have been able to see. And Amber Heard really could have benefited from some of these more likable experts for her team. All right. And we have Tanya sends Felicity saying Shaw equals great. Spiegel equals a catastrophe. I cannot talk at the end of the day, guys. So sorry. It says Spiegel looked like he was a spittle guy. I don't know what that means. Upside Down says Shaw's voice was soothing as opposed to Spiegel, who was reenacting Back to the Future. You guys come up with the craziest things to say. It is crazy. Okay. So we have the next person. We're going to do Jennifer Howe. I don't think we're going to vote on her either because her testimony was just a little bit short. So let's check out what her key points were. Jennifer Howe, this is the person that everyone was expecting to testify to kind of rebut what Whitney, Amber Heard's sister, said. She ended up testifying via video deposition, so it's not like she was live and asked new questions, but she was there to rebut Whitney's testimony about the stairs incident. She stated that she never saw Johnny do drugs or alcohol, and she never saw any injuries on Amber Heard. She also read a letter that told Whitney to wake up and tell the truth, implying that Whitney is lying. However, it got cut off a little bit awkwardly, and I'm taking this straight from Legal Bites because I did not watch her testimony, and it didn't really give the exact thing that they were trying to. It was kind of hard to tell what the purpose of her testimony was according to other law tubers. So what did you guys think about her? We're not going to do a poll on her because it doesn't seem like she really gave much to the actual testimony. So just let me know what you guys think. All right. We have Upside Down saying Amber Heard's experts, JD experts. I like that. It says, I'd have the JD docs on my staff. Yeah, you should. Not Amber Heard's. K Jam says, it's like, it disappeared. It's like no one legit was willing to testify for Amber Heard that had any stature. Amber Heard could not even get her own friends to testify for her. So imagine trying to get professionals to say what Amber Heard wanted them to say. It was probably pretty hard because experts, probably opinion only, did not agree with her. So why would she bring them on the stand? So I agree with you there. And then we have JM saying, I'm so sad Jennifer Howe didn't get to actually say Whitney told her. Yeah, because I think it would have still fallen under hearsay if she said, Whitney told me this. All right. Upside Down says Howe's testimony was unfortunate. She lied in her first depo. So she would have been impeached. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for informing us on that. Jennifer says, I think Heard's team had issues getting good experts because they were asked to support bad evidence. D-grade evidence equals D-grade experts. Absolutely agree. And I feel like the Amber Heard's attorneys are probably going to be getting that same backlash. So I see what you're saying there, Jennifer. Matching Birthdays for Happiness says, I felt sorry for Whitney. She has been bullied by Amber, evidently. Yeah, someone testified to that as well. And Memory Print says, why is everyone sleeping on Bri's channel? So much polish, like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Yes, like and subscribe if you have not already. Thank you so much, Memory Print. All right, you guys are here for the hype team. I'm loving it today. All right, let's move on to the next person. Let's check out what they had to say. And it's Candy Davidson. I didn't get a picture of her. Sorry about that. But she was basically the representative for the Children's Hospital of LA. She testified that Amber Heard did not pay the $3 million. And she testified that payments were received on behalf of Amber Heard for $250,000. And by saying it was received on behalf of Amber Heard, it makes it sound like Amber Heard is not the one that actually paid it. And if I'm not mistaken, this was the $250,000 that Johnny Depp paid on her behalf. And so basically they haven't received any more money from her. Oh my gosh, Amber Heard. And remember, Amber Heard does not know the difference between pledge and donate. So let me know what you guys think about this witness. Was Candy beneficial to Johnny Depp's case? I think it shows that Amber is a liar. I think that's what her testimony showed. I think a lot of Johnny Depp's testimony or witnesses are showing that Amber's a liar. So was she helpful to Johnny Depp? No picture, but that's okay. Let's pop into the chat and see what the peeps have to say. We have, we already got that one. Cortoma saying her testimony allowed her email evidence to be entered into evidence. Was that for Kendi Davidson or for Jennifer Howe? Tanya says she didn't get into the details, but I think she put a seed into Jorah's mind that they gave another example of Amber being abusive. I'm not sure if we're talking about the same person yet. You guys might still be talking about Jennifer Howell. Okay, let me skip down a little bit. Did Howell's email get into evidence? I'm not sure if they actually put it all the way into evidence. Like I said, I didn't watch her testimony, so I'm not quite sure. Hello Swanky says, great point. Tony says, so true. Just pop in and out. Okay. Mo's Misfit Toys. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Says Amber's testimony and rebuttal seems like a really soap opera. It did not seem real at all. No, she just put so many details in that it just became unbelievable. And like I said in a couple of my other streams, maybe some of this stuff did happen. However, the way she's telling the story, we just don't believe you. Even if it did happen, we don't, or some people do not believe her. Brenda says, oh my God, I love this breakdown. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Tanja Since Felicity says, I really actually appreciate reminders to like the like button or hit the like button because otherwise I'll forget. Awesome. Well, with that being said, make sure you hit the like button if you have not already. All right. And we have K Jam saying one random and unfortunate association, perhaps things. JD's daughter, Lily Rose's birthday is tomorrow on closing statements. I hope she can block it out and still have a special day. Yeah, I would hope that this case would not really interfere with his children's lives or his children's birthdays, for that matter. So I dropped the yes. Okay, I did put this one as a poll. And so for Kendi Davidson, was she helpful to Johnny Depp's case? And 52% said yes, she was helpful. 7% said no, she was not helpful. And 41% was neutral about her testimony. So she must not have been too likable for you guys, because just with the highlights of her testimony, it seems like she would have been good to show that Amber's a liar. But that's okay. Everybody can have different opinions. And like I said, I'll rewatch it to see what I missed as far as aura and whether people would like them or whether I like them, and to see if other people will like them. I think I'm a pretty reasonable person, right? So let's add on to the team. We have Kate Moss. And so Kate Moss is an ex-girlfriend of Johnny Depp. They dated between 1994 and 1998, which for me, her testimony could be neutral, could go either way. Just because they dated so long ago, from 1994 to 1998, it's more than 20 years ago. What is that, 24? Well, freak, how old am I? 27 years ago? Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like just because someone wasn't abusive nearly 30 years ago doesn't mean that they're not abusive, 30 years later. So I don't know how keen I am on her testimony, but she was brought up. Amber Heard said that Johnny Depp pushed her down the stairs. So I think it was important to bring up that she was not actually pushed down the stairs. So Kate Moss testified that her and Johnny were on a trip in Jamaica, and she slid down the stairs, and Johnny, once he found out, actually ran to help her and then took care of her, which make him seem like he's very caring. But like I said, a 30-year-ago incident, whether he threw her down the stairs or not, I mean, if he didn't throw her down the stairs 30 years ago, doesn't necessarily mean that he wouldn't be abusive now. So I didn't really too much like her, like not like her as a witness, but like bringing her in as a witness, because it's kind of like, it's relevant to show that Amber's lying, but it's kind of irrelevant to show that he's not an abuser, if that makes sense. So she also testified that Johnny never pushed her, kicked her, or hit her down the stairs at all. So Amber's lying. So I think that's what she was probably brought in for, because to show that Amber is lying. Matthew Clark says, great witness. Mine says, it's difficult to believe a liar. Matthew Clark says, great rebuttal witness. And Kirk says, love Kate Moss. Okay, you guys liked her. Upside Down says, Lifetime movie, the one you skip over because the thumbnail is so bad. Okay. We have Ig says, Kate Moss cleared the air. Yeah, I think she did clear the air that it never happened for sure. EW says, Kate Moss was good, short, and to the point. I like when they're short and to the point. Don't waste time. The jury has been here long enough, right? Brittany Gibbs says, I thought she was very helpful, especially since Amber brought it up. Shows once again that she has no problem lying. I like that analysis. She does not have a problem lying. You are absolutely correct. Tony C says, and under oath, right? Under penalty of perjury, she's willing to lie. It's ridiculous. All right. Tony C says, again, another person that showed up for Johnny via live link. Yeah, from 30 years ago, right? Or nearly 30 years ago. But Amber Heard couldn't get her friends from 2 years ago to show up. So not even video. That's weird. Okay, Misty Lynn, thank you for the super chat. Johnny waited 6 painful years to tell the truth of what happened. She is the one who opened her Pandora's box. No matter what happens, she is done. I can agree with that. She is the one that kind of put all of this stuff out here, and I think it's a bit shameful that she's unable to actually prove. Well, let me not say she's unable to actually prove her case, but so far I feel like a lot of people are not believing her. So I don't think it's going good for her. Jennifer says, Kate Moss was barely mentioned. If the jury didn't know the story, having Kate Moss testify seemed weird. I can see where you're coming from with that, because Amber Heard just briefly mentioned, oh my gosh, another Kate Moss story. And if the jury does not know Kate Moss or the story, then it is a little weird to bring her up. But I think for the purposes of Johnny Depp to get his story out, he definitely needed to call Kate Moss. There's so many people watching the trial, and they're like, well, did Johnny throw her down the stairs? It may not have been as relevant to the jury, but as far as public opinion go, I do think it was a good move for Johnny Depp. Does it prove that he's not an abuser? I don't think so. I don't think it proves that. Data for Insight says Kate Moss was a direct rebuttal to Amber Heard and the staircase thing. It was a surgical strike to show even more lies, and you'll see later how Camille used it in her cross against Amber Heard. 15 minutes of fame. 15 minutes of fame, right? Good analysis, Data for Insights. Upside Down says Kate was all dressed up with nowhere to go. She was on for a minute. She looked good though. She is making sure her pictures look good on the PowerPoint. Tanya D says Amber brought her up and said Kate Moss came out of the woodworks. Girl, bye. She did bring her up, but maybe since Amber Heard's stories are so elaborate, maybe she forgot that she brought her up, because it was so short. The period that she brought her up was very short. All right, we have a bad TV, bad one. I would disagree. Abusers abuse. Rarely do they abuse once and no other time. So you don't think that if he was, that's what I said. I don't think if he abused 30 years ago doesn't necessarily mean he wouldn't become an abuser later. So I think we are kind of agreeing, but just on two different points. But I see what you're saying there. I can agree with that. All right. Memory Print says, I think it might have been a good contrast between debunking previous domestic violence accusations for JD versus the witness that testified about Amber Heard's airport incident. Yes, I can agree with you. It's almost like she tried to say, well, Johnny Depp has a propensity to throw people down the stairs or to throw his partners down the stairs, but it's one other person. And her correlation between her stairs incident and Kate Moss stairs incident, it didn't go, and obviously it wasn't even correct. All right, so let's got Sapster said, will you please turn on caption for deaf access to live streams? Thank you. I don't know how to do that. When I figure out how to do that, I will. I'll have to look into how to do that. Can I do it on the live stream? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out if I can help with the... Okay, no. I can't see how to do it right now. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do it later on, and then hopefully I can turn it on for the next live stream. I do think that's very important. I just don't know how to do it. I haven't been live streaming long enough. So I will figure that out for you guys. Okay, Matthew Clark says the only reason why Kate Moss was pulled for a short testimony and Amber brought her up in her testimony was smart of Depp's team to call Kate Moss to clear the air. Yes, I agree with that. Did I already read that one? Hello Swanky says, right, that's what I was thinking. This trial is about public opinion too. So I get why Kate Moss was on the stand to refute that rumor. Yes, I agree with that. Data for Insight says Naomi mentioned Kate Moss on her Insta, blasting it to millions of people. So kind of PR move too, and see if other A-lists will pick it up. Yeah, I can see that happening as well. Someone is giving me instructions saying for live automatic captions are in the go live settings. Okay, go live settings. Let me go back out of here. It keeps blocking me. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can figure this out for us. It's the closed captions, right? Somebody said. Okay. I think I did it. I'm not quite sure. All right. I think I messed something up now. Okay, I gotta go out of here. All right. Let's see. Am I back? Am I back? I don't know. Is the captions working now, or are the captions working now? I'm not sure. Let me know. I don't see them popping up on my end. And I think I might have messed something up here. But I think I'm still live. So we're okay. We have DLM popping in saying hi to me. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Tanya D says you have to go into your settings and scroll down towards the bottom. You will see captions. I don't know. I clicked on closed captions. I don't know if that's the right thing. So I'm hoping that it's showing now, but I'm not seeing it on my end. Ellen Barkin, Kate Moss, and the muffin incident, the Dr. Curry, also that Amber exaggerates and lies for her benefit. They had to be brought up to debunk. Yeah, I agree with you there. Guys, I really want to figure out how to do the captions, but I'm just not sure how to do it at this point. So I'm gonna have to figure it out in a moment. All right. So let's check out the next person, which is Dr. Curry, who someone just brought up. All right. So we have Dr. Shannon Curry, this lady here. She was brought in to rebut Dr. Hughes' testimony. She stated that Hughes made misrepresentations of her own test and their results, and also stated that Dr. Hughes made misrepresentations of Dr. Curry's test and results, and also stated that Hughes presented all of her own and Amber Heard's opinions as facts. So she basically is saying that Dr. Hughes is kind of just making stuff up and testifying to what benefits Amber. Hughes also failed to analyze Amber in a way to pull out the truth, stating that she should have made like a better effort to kind of trick Amber so that Amber wouldn't know all the answers to be diagnosed with PTSD. She testified that Amber likely picked out questions and answered it to make it look like she had PTSD, and that someone with real PTSD would not be as high functioning as Amber Heard. They would be more homebound. They wouldn't be out going to concerts, reading books to children, all kinds of things if they really had PTSD. So that was Shannon Curry. All right. And so I think you guys are telling me that I might have to refresh the page. There's no captions yet. I'm going to have to figure it out. I'm trying to get through the live stream. So I'm sorry for those of you that need the captions. I'm going to have to figure it out. I don't want to mess up the live stream right now while I try to figure that out, because I probably look a little crazy doing it. Sab says not yet, but glad you found the setting. You may have to enable it before to start the live. So hopefully next time. Thank you. Yes, I am hoping that next time I can get it figured out, because I do see the settings. So I'm hoping that it'll work next time. All right. So let's pop over to the chat to see what you guys are saying about Dr. Curry. Amber W says Dr. Curry is someone would go see Dr. Hughes. Absolutely not. Data for Insight says she's one of my favorites. I think my top 3 are Baruch, Curry, and Marks. Okay, yeah, we had a poll on who your favorite was. Curry was not in the running before. And then we have Emily Tracy saying, I loved hearing Dr. Curry. It brought me back to one of my undergrad classes where I learned all of the different tests. Yes, I think she made a good point that Amber Heard comes off as very manipulative. If she can figure out what she needs to say in order to get the diagnosis, and this is not very uncommon, I don't think, and I'm just speaking off of what Alpha tells me, he works in psychiatry, that people will say certain things in order to get the medications that they want. So it would not surprise me if people will say certain things just to get a diagnosis that they want. So with Amber Heard, she probably should have done some different tests to really establish whether she had PTSD or not. All right. Jennifer O says Dr. Curry understood the assignment. Cortoma liked Dr. Curry, Team Curry. And we have Brittany Gibbs saying their experts were night and day. Johnny's team did fantastic. I can agree with you there from what I've seen. I haven't seen everybody, but from what I've seen, Johnny's experts were a lot more professional than Amber Heard's. So let's pop over to Johnny. Johny was recalled as a witness. LawTube didn't necessarily like it. I haven't had a chance to watch his testimony, so these are all notes from Legal Bites and the highlights that she pointed out. So let's go ahead and talk about that. And I'll go ahead and do a poll for Johnny Depp, because let's see if Johnny Depp was helpful to his own case. Okay, let's see. Yes, no, neutral. And remember, guys, the poll is whether Johnny Depp is helpful to his own case. So go ahead and take your vote. Let's go over the highlights of his testimony. We have Johnny Depp. He stated, his testimony stated that he first learned about Waldman's statement when Amber Heard filed her response to this lawsuit in 2020. So he did not know Adam Waldman was about to say that. And so basically trying to say that he did not tell Adam Waldman to say it. He also testified that Whitney had a strange relationship with Amber Heard. It was loving, but Amber Heard also used Whitney as a verbal punching bag and also got wine thrown in her face by Amber. So Amber would be sweet to her, and then she would also harm her. Johnny Depp also testified that Mendel embezzled money from Johnny. I don't remember exactly who Mendel was, but he embezzled money from Johnny. He said that the incident settled outside of court and that he believes that Mendel is bitter against Johnny, and that's why he would testify against him or negatively about him. All right. And then so on cross, Rottenberg, whatever his name is, I think his name is Rottenberg. Uh-oh, I messed up. Okay. Okay, why does it keep moving here? Let's see here. Uh-oh. Maybe I have to zoom out a little bit. Okay. He found text and went over text with Johnny Depp between him and his sister and him and someone else that Johnny Depp basically wanted to get Amber fired from some movies, and also compared some photos showing the shadow, that it was likely a shadow on Johnny Depp's face instead of a bruise. So what do you guys think about, Rottenborn? Why did I call it? I called him Rottenberg. Yeah, Rottenberg, right? All right. Upside Down said Hughes/Hurd's mirror images both need assessments. I feel you on that. That's what Dr. Curry said. JM said Johny was only good because it made Amber Heard want to get the last word, and Amber Heard got wrecked on the stand. I am looking forward to watching Amber Heard's testimony. Whoopsie Daisy, I like the name. Says majority of Johnny's testimony had the ring of truth. I think he was a little bit more believable than Amber Heard. So even if he did do bad on this recall, I would hope that it wouldn't hurt him too much as compared to all the perceived or assumed lying that Amber Heard is doing. And Kurt says Rottenborn. Thanks, guys. Majority of Amber's testimony seemed patently false. I agree with that. Cortoma says Rottenborn. All right, guys, I messed the man's name up. Data for Insight says, I agree. Johnny Depp wasn't great after today. I think it was a bait to get Amber Heard to do another performance so Camille could fully wreck her on Cross. And Amber Heard fell for it because she can't help it. She has to be the center of attention, in my opinion. And Kirk says, born rotten. I heard he wasn't as aggressive this time. So hopefully he redeems himself. Jennifer O says he was himself, no harm, but almost big foul. The fact Amber went back on today, maybe due to Johnny taking the stand, made it all worth it. Amber destroyed anything from yesterday. Amber is not getting a good reputation out of this trial. Not that any of us really knew her before the trial, but geez, talk about ruining your reputation before you really even have one. Brittany Gibbs says, I do not like Rottenborn, and it's not far-fetched to believe he knows lighting that's kind of his job. A lot of people thought he was lying. I could believe it. Yeah, I don't know if that would really make me feel like he didn't have a bruise, because so many other people testified to him having a bruise. They didn't testify to seeing him in the picture with a bruise, but that they saw him in person with a bruise. So I don't know if the picture really hit the sting that they wanted it to hit. Of course, I need to watch it to see how it felt in the courtroom, but from my opinion and knowing that other people testified to actually seeing the bruise, and the fact that Johnny Depp's witnesses were a little bit more believable than Amber Heard is, and that her witnesses were, hopefully it doesn't hurt them too bad. All right. Okay. Upside Down says Rottenborn presented a text message fraudulently. It was an incoming, not outgoing message, but the contents was from the article printed 27 years ago. Like I said, I haven't watched, so I would have to definitely look a little bit more into that. So we have our poll results in, and it says, was Johnny Depp helpful to Johnny Depp's own case? 70% said yes, he was helpful to his case. 9% says no, he was not helpful to his case. And 20% said he was neutral to the case. I think some of you are right along the lines talking about him testifying, making Amber Heard want to get back on the stand, because maybe she's a narcissist. Who knows? Maybe she needs a diagnosis. And that's just my, assumption. No truth behind that, guys. Let's not get sued. We have Whoopsie Daisy with a super chat. Thank you so much, saying, can you please explain the airing of grievances where Amber team presented that pipe of sustained objections? I am not sure. I haven't been watching like the past 3 days. I've just been kind of popping in and popping out. So I'm not all the way sure exactly what you're talking about. If you let me know during whose testimony it was, I can probably give you a better explanation of it once I rewatch the trial, or once I watch the trial, because I haven't watched it the first time. But thank you for the super chat. Brittany Gibbs says, also, if he had a bruise before the honeymoon, let's take a guess who gave him that bruise. Dumb on their part. Yeah. But they're trying to say it wasn't a bruise, it was lighting. So I think that's what they mean. Oh, okay. JM clarified and said it was the proffers. Yeah, the proffers. So basically, they were making statements to objections that they had gotten. to get it into evidence, or that it wasn't put into evidence, so that if for some reason they lose and they want to appeal the issue, they can argue that in front of the appeals on the appeals court, to say, like, if this would have gotten in, this basically would have helped our case. But since the judge did not let it in, she basically abused her discretion, or she didn't properly rule. So for that reason, the judgment should be overturned. So that's what that was. I didn't know if they were just going object, but for the proffers, that's what they were doing. Kind of just reserving their rights for appeal. All right. Data for Insight says they were proffering then at the end of the record in case of an appeal. Yep, exactly. To say we tried to submit these, but the judge yeeted them. Yeah, I like the terminology. Brittany Gibbs says Johnny said it was lightning. Rottenborn said, or lighting. Rottenborn said was saying he lied about what happened on the honeymoon and that he already had a black eye. That would be an interesting take for Rottenborn. I think it might be better than saying that, oh, he didn't really have a bruise. And then Ryder Rich says, Tanya D, not so much can for Amber Heard testimony. I really try to see from her point of view most of the time. I'm trying to believe Amber, but it's just the way she's telling the story. It comes off as unbelievable to me. Maybe some of these things happened, but maybe she's trying too hard to make us believe her. All right, let's check out Mr. Morgan Tremaine. This is our TMZ guy. He used to work for TMZ. He testified to the slamming cabinet video that TMZ received, which resulted in a lot of videos during that testimony being flagged for copyright infringement. I don't know if you guys know this, but there were a lot of YouTubers that got flagged for streaming the trial, for having that video in the stream of the trial. And so TMZ were putting out copyright notices for that. They also testified to the day that Amber got the temporary domestic violence restraining order and the fact that TMZ was outside. He let the court know that TMZ only goes to court if there has been a celebrity filing. So they knew that Amber Heard was going to be there, basically. He also testified that TMZ only owns the copyright if they shot it themselves, if they purchased it from the original source, or if they got or if they get it from the original source, or someone purchased it from the original source and given it to them. So there's 3 ways that they can get the copyright. So he's basically insinuating that they got the copyright from either someone that is Amber Heard, or someone that is very close to Amber Heard, or got the video from her. As we know, Amber Heard is throwing her own attorneys under the bus. So who knows? But I'm thinking he's more insinuating that Amber Heard is the one that gave it to him, even though he's saying that it was anonymous. It was an anonymous source. And he also testified that this video was copyrighted within 15 minutes, which would indicate that someone, either Amber Heard or someone close to her, gave them the video. All right. Sorry, made it disappear. And then he also testified to the fact that TMZ actually received a shorter video than the one that was played in the trial. He basically, that TMZ did not edit it, but that someone else edited it before they actually got the video. So I think his testimony was pretty important. So I'm going to go ahead and put a poll on there. His name is Morgan Tremaine. And he is the TMZ guy. Was he helpful to Johnny Depp's case? This is the man, one of the men that's trying to get 15-minute fame, according to Elaine. Oh, that rhymed. All right. All right. So we have Amber owned it correct. Yeah. So Amber, she's the one that shot the video. So technically she would be the owner of the copyright. She would have either had to release the video and given someone else the right to sell it, or someone illegally sold it to TMZ. I'm probably leaning more on the fence that Amber Heard had something to do with it rather than someone illegally selling it to TMZ, because Amber Heard would have probably sued them by now for stealing her video. But if she wanted it to be out there, she wouldn't sue them, right? Okay, Whoopsie Daisy says, same, Elaine gave him fame by bullying him into making that comment. Yeah, he was quick with that comment. It had me laughing. Okay, Cortez Toma says Frank Valcheria showed the photo that Amber's lawyer brought up where Johnny mentioned the little boy from before the train and there is no bruise. After he left the train, he was wearing sunglasses. I'm not all the way familiar with that one, but good information to know. JM says Morgan Tremaine also stated TMZ was told that Amber Heard would leave the courthouse with a bruise on her right side of the face and that she would pause for a picture. I missed that part of the testimony. I watched some of his, but I did not hear that part. That's not a good look. Data for Insight says same, but she fully lost me when the full on emotions during direct without tears, then the snarkiness with Camille on cross, then back to full emotions with no tears. Yeah, if we're talking about Amber Heard, yeah, she did that in her initial testimony, and if she did it again, that is not a good look. All right, we have Upside Down saying JD was asked how to describe the allegations. You could hear a pin drop with the depth of agony, of the depth of his agony. Okay, well, like I said, I got to rewatch it. Tanya D says, I think Io and Rocky gave him the video, which is why they have to stick to their lie. It also gives Amber an out to say she didn't do it. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense instead of Amber giving it directly. But at the end of the day, it will be Amber still giving them permission to give it away. All right, let's see what the poll said. Oh, wow. Okay, so 100% says yes, he was helpful to Johnny Depp's case. A 0% says no, and 0% says neutral. So Mr. TMZ guy was helpful. Oh, someone voted at the last minute, which changed the vote. They voted neutral. So 95% will still say that he was helpful. All right, let's pop over. We got 2 more people to go. Checking out the witness testimony. I probably streamed for longer than I meant to stream for today. All right, so let's pop over to Brian Neumeister. I don't think I spelled his name right, but we got some notes on him. He was the metadata expert. He stated that there's simply no way to authenticate the photos because of the data. Basically, that there has been some changes to the picture, so there's no way to say whether this is an original picture or not. He also showed 2 photos, which he made one transparent and overlapped them, and they were submitted into evidence to be different incidences of abuses. So basically, she got abused on this day, but he put another picture where it was admitted into evidence saying she got abused on another day, and he found that they were the same photo. I think that was pretty detrimental to Amber Heard. What do you guys think? Go ahead and drop it in the chat. If you're watching on the replay, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. I'm not going to do a poll on him, but I would like to know what you guys think. All right, so we have Tracy agreeing with Daisy, Data saying, yep, it wasn't authentic or genuine at all. Then she did the everybody lies theme. Okay, I think you guys are talking about Amber Heard. Breaking the Heart, Katoma. Data for Insight says not authentic and not genuine, especially with everybody lies but me theme across. Okay, we have the Heart on Fire coming for Katoma. Let me know what you guys think about Mr. Brian Neumeister. Writer Rich says, agree, don't argue what you can see, take accountability. Okay. Ventus says, dropping this like a boss, can't stay for the stream, but wanted to show appreciation. Well, thank you, and thank you for the chat. We've been going for a minute, so thanks for popping in. Jennifer O says his testimony was limited, but very respected. Yeah, I think so too. Right or Rich says, I was neutral on the metadata guy, but love his demonstrative. Why can I not say that word today? Demonstrative. I think that's right. Brittany Gibbs says, I think most, if not all of her pictures are fake or set up. I think a lot of people might be in agreement with you. I think I might be in agreement with you. Whoopsie Daisy says, Neumeister was helpful and believable. Amber Heard guy was a squirrel with his wording, which made me distrust him. I can see that. Griffin T says the way the 2 photos lined up exactly was pretty telling. Yeah. And I think the fact that Amber does not come off as believable, to me, she doesn't come off as believable, makes it even worse for her, for the metadata guy to come and say, hey, She said that this happened on this day and this one happened on this day. But guess what, guys? These are both the same picture. So not a good look for her. Okay, we got one more person to go over. We're not getting into Amber Heard because I didn't watch today and I didn't take notes for today. So let's check it out. We have Beverly Leonard, and I forgot to get, no, I didn't forget. I didn't get a picture of her because I needed to start the live stream. She testified to an altercation at the baggage claim with Amber Heard and her former partner. She testified that Amber Heard grabbed her former partner and pulled something off of her neck. And when she went over to investigate, she saw an abrasion on her neck. She was basically introduced to show a history of Amber Heard abusing her former partners. So, what do you guys think about Beverly Leonard? I think that was her name. I might have typed that wrong. But yes, what do you guys think about her? We're not going to do a vote on her. I'm just going to kind of check the chat to see what you guys have to say. And then we're probably going to wrap up the live stream coming up here soon. So Katarma says the photo guy was important because the jury wouldn't have known the photos could have been edited otherwise. I like that analysis. I can agree with you there. Katarma says correct. Brittany Gibbs says the same pictures with one filter, LOL. Then she's like, I don't even know how to do that. Yeah, okay. What is she, like 30? She can't be much older than 30. She knows how to use the darn filter. She can't be much older than 30 if she's even 30. Okay. We have a Memory Prince saying the photos are already so damaging. So her extreme testimony, Brian just brought it all the way home. I also felt how genuinely offended he was on cross on behalf of his profession. Yeah, I only watched a glimpse of his testimony. So like I said, got to rewatch a lot of people. Tony says she was the arresting officer in 2009. I was surprised and glad they got her in. And so when I was watching the recap, they said that she was not able to testify to the fact that she arrested Amber for this. So I think if they would have got that in, it would have been a little bit better for Johnny Depp. And honestly, sometimes if you've been accused of being the abuser and you've actually been arrested for it or punished for it, you may know a little bit more how to do the process in order to get someone else in trouble for it. So remember that Amber Heard did get the domestic violence restraining order against Johnny Depp. However, it was never like heard in court. So it was never proved that he actually abused her. A lot of times, at least in my experience with family law, when you go in and put a domestic violence restraining order in, the court will usually grant it to you as long as you present facts that sound believable. You don't necessarily need to submit proof in order to get it registered. You then have to go to another hearing and prove your point, but usually they will grant the 14, 15-day restraining order without very much proof. So that is what Amber Heard had against Johnny Depp. It was just a temporary restraining order, which is only 14 days in California. All righty, so boom. Emily Tracy says, I think this was necessary to show a pattern of abuse. I can agree with you there. Jennifer O says, oh yes, the arresting officer, short, sweet, and effective. Yes, she was the arresting officer. And Kirk says, Amber was also arrested at SeaTac, Seattle, Washington, also for slapping her girlfriend. Oh, and then I think another thing that may come up with that is that, well, she did it to the girlfriend or the previous female partner because she was a more equal match to her versus Johnny, who she's going to allege is a man and bigger and stronger than her. So hopefully, well, I haven't seen Amber Heard's testimony, but I would love to see if she talks about that a little bit. Ryder Rich says, I would have liked more from Beverly, but she was just another nail. Grabbing a necklace off of someone doesn't mean that they are abusive, but also not an angel. Yeah, but the fact that she arrested her, the mark could have been pretty bad. Or sometimes it doesn't need to be bad, honestly. If you're putting your hands on someone. Upside Down says, Meta Guy was very informative as opposed to Amber Heard's rebuttal Meta Guy who said edit feature and lost it. ELW said, I think someone said Amber Heard's side may have argued that the arrest and the BL of Beverly Leonard Being a police officer may have been too prejudicial. Yeah, but she also brought up that Johnny Depp was abusive to past partners. So I'm trying to figure out how that got in. But like I said, I haven't watched the whole trial, so there could have been something to bring it in. All right, we have Data for Insight saying, I actually didn't understand why they couldn't include the arrest portion. Amber Heard opened the door, so it would have been fair to impeach her with this person arrested you and you spent the night in jail. I think some of it might be because it was probably one, too long ago, and two, she didn't necessarily say that she's never been arrested for domestic abuse. She did say that she has never hit someone, so maybe that is why it got brought in. But the fact that she didn't say I've never been arrested is probably why it didn't get brought in. All right. Jennifer O said a baggage employee would not have been to physically intervene as an airport employee. Only security or police would have that power. I hope the jury noticed that. That's a good point, Jennifer. And then we have Katoma saying Elaine asked her if she was there for her 15 minutes of fame. Everyone is there for the 15 minutes of fame. It looked like her hair was still wet from the shower, and she said something to the effect of, no, not really. Right. We're just here to give our story and go home. And it's like, how famous could you really get from testifying in a trial? Probably the closest would be the closest could be the TMZ guy because he's like in Hollywood area, but these other people, like, it just doesn't make sense. And he was like involved with like celebrities and things like that. But that is all I have for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. I went a little bit over my time today. I got to go get to the mall and get ready to find something to wear for this weekend. But thank you, everyone that joined me today. Thank you for everyone that sent a super chat. And thank you from everyone that hit the like button and subscribed if you have not already. And if you made it this far in the video and you have not liked the video, just go ahead and like the video. You stayed this long. So I will see you guys next week. And hopefully I can pop into some other LawTube channels this weekend. I just been super busy with work, but I will see you guys on my live stream on Tuesday. And thank you